Before we begin, we wanted to do some Zoom housekeeping items in addition to the land acknowledgement. During the AGM portion of today's itinerary, we will be using Zoom polling. That function records notes for each motion. So you'll see pop-ups, I think, on the screen to prompt you in respect of those votes. Please do log your vote appropriately. With your invitation to attend today's event, you also receive links to download the financial statements and 2023 and 2022 meeting minutes, which we voted on. Those can also be found on the website at the link posted in the chat if you need them. And if you would like to move or second a motion, please make a comment using the chat feature. And when you see a motion approval poll come up, please click the bubble beside the statement that you agree with. So with that, we can get started with the formal portion of the meeting. As you know, our organization is governed by a board of dedicated and talented individuals. I'd like to thank our board for their time and their efforts and everything they do for the organization. And that's attending board meetings and supporting staff and strategic planning and attending to a number of important administrative matters, along with leading and supporting fundraising efforts, including our annual golf event. A number of them are present with us today, and I just want to ask them to say hi in the chat. This is our full listing, of course, but I believe that Christine Dorward is with us. I'm hoping Stephen Rex is with us. Justin Parapelli is here with me. And we may have some others, Laura Gattensby, Nikki Stone, Eric Smith. I know Amy is with us, and Dr. Scott Barton. So thank you again to those folks for all that they do for the organization, and thanks for being here. I'd also like to acknowledge the members of our medical advisory board, and those folks are listed on the screen there. This is a group of really highly accomplished doctors who support the organization and community in a variety of ways, including thinking about how healthcare and infrastructure and services can be supported for our communities, working with the organization to develop educational information to our communities, and presenting at various events. I've had the privilege and personal experience to deal with these folks, to have the benefit of their advice and certainly listen to their deliberations. I can say on behalf of our community, thank you so much for the time you volunteer to support our organization, and in particular communities. We're really grateful. I should also note that Dr. Kulkarni, as you can see up top, is stepping down from his role as chair of the MAB. I just want to express sincere thanks on behalf of the organization and our various constituents for his leadership in this role and his generosity over many years with the organization. We're very grateful for his support. And we're excited to welcome Dr. J. Riva-Cambrin to this role as chair. We know his expertise is going to be of great value to the MAB, and he's also joining the board of directors for the organization. So we'll hear a little more about him later. Thank you again, Dr. Riva-Cambrin. Last but not least, I did want to do a quick mention of our staff. We have a relatively small staff, but despite their small numbers, they accomplish so much every month and every year. Our staff is led by Shauna Baudouin, who is, as I think most people know, the core of the organization. We're very grateful and thankful to her for her knowledge, her expertise, and her deep, deep dedication to our community and hard work throughout the year. In addition, on staff, we have Ingrid Exner, Tanya Bessie, who is joining us today, Chelsea Willis in fundraising, Charnette Beckett in information and services. So thanks it's a really lovely team, hardworking team, and we're so thankful for everything you do for the organization. So that's the introductions. We'd just like to move on now to the approval of the agenda. So this is our first motion. I'd just like to ask if there are any additions or deletions to the agenda as presented. I'm going to assume none, otherwise I would see them in the chat. So if there are none, can I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented? And so I think we're going to see something in the chat. Thank you. Thank you very much, Laura. And a seconder? Thank you, Christine. Okay, all in favor? Okay, so we're We're voting. Great. So we've got that passed, I believe, unanimously. Thank you. And so on to approval of the minutes. So the approval of the minutes are from the 2022 annual general meeting, because those were inadvertently omitted by me at the 2023 meeting. So we're seeking approval today of the 2022 and 2023 minutes. So we're going to do two separate polls, but I'll start by asking if there are any errors or omissions to the minutes for those two sets of minutes. Okay, I'm going to assume there are none, and ask for a motion to approve the 2022 minutes to start. Okay, and we've also got the poll up. And do we, Shauna, did you see a motion? Laura, thank you.
Hi, Laura.
And a seconder, and I'll say great, Amy, thank you. And I did not notice, did the poll, oh, there we go, poll results up, thank you, carried unanimously. Thank you very much, everybody. Next one is the 2023 minutes. Again, can I have a motion and a seconder, please? And we'll look for those in the chat. Amy, thank you.
Moved by Amy.
And Nikki second. Thank you so much. And so we can get that poll up and running. I think we'll have our results. Perfect. Carried unanimously. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, item 4, onto the substance of the administrative matters, is the presentation of the audited financial statements. Our treasurer, Paul Egley, couldn't be with us today due to a conflict, but we're happy to have another member of our administrative committee, Justin Parapali, to present on behalf of Paul. A copy of the condensed summary of the audited financial statements for the year ended February 29, 2024 was emailed to you as part of your AGM package, if you would like to refer to them. And so with that, I will turn it over to Justin for the treasurer's report.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. As you can see, I'm not Paul Egley. I'm Justin Parapel. I'm just filling in for him. I'm not a finance guy. I'm not the official treasurer. I guess that's like the Shakespeare quote that some are born great and some, achieve greatness. Some have greatness thrust upon them. I've had being the treasurer thrust upon me, but so bear with me. I think we can start with the slides. So once again, this last fiscal period, our organization was able to deliver on its programs and have positive financial results. As everybody knows, we're a not-for-profit, where we're not here to earn, a massive amount of profit without reinvesting it back into our organization and our programs and our people and what we do. So based on our goals of being a nonprofit, we've achieved what we view as positive financial results. So I'm going to take you through some of a few highlights and specifics, for our financial results for this past fiscal year. The complete 2023-2024 audited financials, signed off on by our auditors. You can view them on our website and take a look at them. Hopefully some of you had a chance to view those already. Next slide, please. As in the previous year, HC has received a positive, unqualified opinion from our auditor. So in the financial statement world, you don't want a qualification. Qualifications are bad. You want an unqualified, clean set of financials. So specifically, our auditors, CS Chartered Professional Accountants LLP, have stated that for the 12-month period ending February 29, 2024, that our financial statements present fairly in all material respects our financial position of the organization and our financial performance. Next slide, please. The financial position for the organization was strong at the end of our fiscal year. Our cash balance grew and our investments grew, which is a good thing, which gives us some comfort about our financial strength going forward and our solvency. We always want to have a bit of a cushion there so we don't run into any issues. If we have unplanned expenses or costs, sort of our little war chest and some contingency planning, which is like we always want to have a healthy cash balance, whether it's cash or cash equivalents in GICs or some other sort of very secure type of investment held at the bank. In accounting terms, our net assets, so assets minus liabilities, grew by a little bit over just over $5,000 compared to the prior year, and our unrestricted net assets are in the realm of just over $400,000. In this last fiscal period, the board of directors designated $50,000. We set it aside for the purposes of exploring national expansion, so that we have those funds set aside essentially in reserve to cover that expense as those costs arise. Next slide, please. I think next one. Okay, so Hydrocephalus Canada had an excess of revenues over expenses of $5,900 for the 12-month period. So again, that's in line with what we want. We're not trying to show a massive profit, but at the same time, we're trying to not be cutting into our cash balance and having a loss every year that would occur. Our expenses rose by approximately $5,000 compared to the prior year. And on the revenue side, there was a decrease of approximately $56,000, mainly due to reduced donations and reduced grants from the government. Next slide, please. So for the first 5 months of this fiscal period to July 31, 2024, so a couple months ago, the organization experienced a small deficit of $340. Again, we're not fussed about it because we have the cash balance to cover it. We're hopeful that a successful golf event and then our bingo growth and revenue may have a positive impact on the results for the rest of this year. Because we've got certain funds locked up in guaranteed investment certificates, we're kind of in a period of declining interest rates right now. The central banks are cutting rates around the world, so falling interest rates might ultimately have a little bit of impact on our bottom line, but we locked into some fixed rate investments in the last 12, 24 months, so we'll benefit from those until those kind of run off and mature down the road. So if there's no questions or comments, I think we can move to our motion. So the motion that I will call is for the audited financial statements for the year ended February 29, 2024, to be accepted into the minutes of the meeting. Can I have someone
Make a motion?
Can somebody support that? Okay, I think somebody did.
Great.
Yep, can we get a seconder, please?
Christine moved and Amy second.
Okay, perfect. And then we'll go with the actual vote. Okay, so passed. Very good. All in favor. Thank you very much. Following motion that the firm of CS Chartered Professional Accountants LLP be appointed as auditors for Hydrocephalus Canada for the year 2024-2025. Can I get a motion, please?
Moved by Laura.
Perfect. Okay, and the seconder. Perfect. Nikki, thank you very much. All in favor? Perfect. I'm just going to turn it back to, that's it for my, covering for Paul. Sorry you didn't have him here. You got me instead. So Jillian's going to move on to the election to the board of directors.
Thanks, Justin. Okay, so we're moving on to the elections for the board of directors. I guess in the slides, you can see we've got a number of directors who have completed their 2-year term as of September 2024. And those folks listed there are applying to serve another 2-year term on the board, which will end in September 2026. Laura Gattensby, Amy St-Aubin, and Dr. Scott Barton. In addition, the following director, me, Jolita Kai, is applying to serve another 1-year term on the board, which will end September 2025. And the following directors are in the middle of their 2-year terms, which will end in September 2025. And those folks are listed there. I won't read everybody's names. I will note that we've got 3 people retiring from the board as well. Justin Parapalli, Eric Smith, and Joshua Matthewman. These individuals have completed their 2-year term, have chosen not to seek re-election to the board. And I just wanted take a minute to thank them on behalf of the board of directors and the members of Hydrocephalus Canada. Sincere thanks and appreciation to Mr. Parapali, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Matthewman for their dedicated support and valuable contributions made to Hydrocephalus Canada. Mr. Matthewman completed his second term and is not seeking re-election, as I said. Really appreciate his commitment and participation since 2020. I also wanted to note Mr. Parapali and Mr. Smith's individual commitment and participation over the last 15 years on the board of directors in various roles, which has been very commendable. We're grateful that they found the organization worthy of their time and their volunteer commitment. During their time with the organization, both have made significant contributions. Mr. Parapali has made significant contributions to the governance of the board, given his legal experience, helped to guide the organization through some critical strategic periods, and dedicated time and energy to the leadership of the scholarship committee, which I know is a real passion of his. Mr. Smith has also made a number of noteworthy contributions to the organization, drawn upon his network to increase awareness and gather support for the organization in a variety of ways, including through his expertise in social media and marketing to support our staff in their endeavors. And one of his most impactful contributions, taking a leadership role in our golf committee and raising the bar on that our annual golf tournament. So his efforts have contributed to an increase in participants and funds raised year over year. Thank you both. While we're sorry to see those directors depart, we are very pleased to share that we have 4 excellent nominees who have come forward and have stated their interest in serving on the board of directors, meeting all the terms of the bylaws, and those nominees are listed there. I'll just read out their names, I guess, for the record. Natalie Clydesdale, Ryan McGrade, Sam Sinjari, and Dr. J. Reva Cameron, who we spoke about earlier. I'll give you a little bit of information about these really exceptional individuals, and including their relationship to the organization. Ms. Clydesdale is a dynamic advertising executive based in Toronto, skillfully balancing her busy career in outdoor advertising with a vibrant personal life. She's a proud mom of twins, and she is all about creating memorable experiences for her family. Her passion for the hydrocephalus board is deeply personal. Her younger brother Adam has had hydrocephalus since birth, and Natalie had spent much of her teenage years by his side at Sick Kids Hospital. This experience drives her commitment to advocating for those affected by the condition. I've had the privilege of meeting her lovely family, including Adam and her mother, and I know that they have a deep connection to the organization. Natalie and her family also love their lakeside cottage, where they enjoy nature and outdoor adventures, and in her career, she's played a key role in growing an outdoor advertising agency from the ground up, working with her mom and career mentor. Known for her leadership and mentorship, Natalie is dedicated to guiding the next generation of advertising professionals. Her interests, family, horses, golf, and the great outdoors reflect her well-rounded approach to life and her heartfelt dedication to the hydrocephalus community. We're excited to welcome Natalie. Next, I'd like to speak about Ryan McGrade. Ryan, similar to Natalie, has had a long history with Hydrocephalus Canada, and his current volunteer activities are deeply rooted in accessibility and mental health advocacy. I feel like I've known Ryan for many, many years, and he just continues to become a more accomplished individual. He's also been a big brother with the Reach Out Center for Kids, mentoring teens facing mental health challenges. Professionally, for the past 5 years, he has led Scotiabank's Accessibility Employee Resource Group as the chairperson, leading national meeting discussion on inclusion and accessibility initiatives across the bank system. Notable achievements include leading a partnership with Microsoft to highlight accessibility features during the Microsoft Office 365 rollout at the bank. Mr. McGrade and his family have supported Hydrocephalus Canada since 2010 at our annual golf event to raise funding for research and support of those living with the conditions. This event holds a special place in his heart as it involves his love of golf and supporting a cause that he cares deeply about. If you've come to the golf tournament, I'm confident you will have seen the McGrade family. They tend to win a lot of the awards at the event. They are excellent golfers. He is enthusiastic to contribute to further the organization's mission and support individuals living with spina bifida and hydrocephalus. Thank you very much, Ryan. The next candidate is Sam Sinjari, and Sam is a committed public member residing in Windsor, Ontario, with over 18 years of experience in the automotive finance industry. He is currently serving as Director of Finance and Sam has established himself as a dynamic leader with a strong commitment to both professional excellence and community service. Sam is deeply passionate about making a positive impact in his community. His involvement with various local organizations, such as the Hotel Dieu Grace Healthcare Foundation and the College of Audiologists and Speech Language Pathologists of Ontario, underscore his dedication to addressing critical social issues. Additionally, Sam is the host of Empowering Kindness, a local radio show where he highlights the work of nonprofits and community champions, aiming to inspire and motivate them to do social good. Beyond his professional and media endeavors, Sam's philanthropic efforts are both significant and impactful. He has played a pivotal role in planting 50 large trees at Guinea Park. Enhancing the local environment has been instrumental in providing food for low-income families through the Unemployed Help Center and Downtown Mission. His commitment extends to supporting organizations such as the Salvation Army and Hand in Hand Support. As well, he is a motivational speaker. Sam regularly shares his passion for community building and personal development, encouraging others to pursue positive change. His unwavering commitment to creating long-lasting improvements and ensuring better opportunities for all members of the Windsor-Essex community has earned him recognition as a community champion by the Adet School of Business at the University of Windsor. Sam's experience, leadership, and passion for service make him a valuable candidate for the Hydrocephalus Canada Board of Directors. I'm a little concerned that Sam doesn't have time to sleep given all the good that he's doing, but nevertheless, we're excited to welcome him, and he is eager to contribute his expertise and dedication to further the organization's mission and support individuals living with hydrocephalus and spina bifida. Last but not least, Dr. J. Riva Cameron. We call him Dr. RC. For short, after graduating from medical school in June 1998, Dr. RC completed his neurosurgery residency at the University of Toronto, Canada. He obtained a Master's of Science in Clinical Epidemiology from the University of Toronto under the direction of Dr. James Drake, a name also well known to this organization. Dr. RC completed a postgraduate fellowship in pediatric neurological surgery at the Hospital for Sick Children at University of Toronto. Dr. RC's clinical interest is in pediatrics neurosurgery, specifically including the treatment of hydrocephalus, craniofacial surgery, endoscopy, and clinical epidemiology. He is the scientific director of the Canadian Pediatric Neurosurgery Study Group. He is also a principal investigator within the Hydrocephalus Clinical Research Network. His recent research interests include comparing the outcomes between ETV and CPC and shunts in the infant hydrocephalus population, predicting success in ETV and CPC treated infants, and exploring the relationship between ventricle size and neuropsychological outcomes in older children treated for hydrocephalus. He has been a principal investigator or co-investigator on 17 grants and has over 150 peer-reviewed publications, mostly focused on pediatric hydrocephalus. Dr. RC has joined the faculty at the University of Calgary in 2015 from his previous role at the University of Utah. He is a professor of neurosurgery, the residency program director for the neurosurgery training program, the co-educational director of ACHRI, and the largest grant in the history of Alberta, One Child, Every Child. Lastly, he has just been awarded the Kinsman Chair of Pediatric Neurosciences at the Alberta Children's Hospital. And as previously mentioned, Dr. RC has recently taken on the role of Hydrocephalus Canada's Medical Advisory Board. Another person who does not seem to have the time to sleep, but spends so much of his time and energy giving back. Again, so excited to welcome Dr. RC and generally announce the candidacy of these 4 exceptional candidates. So with that, can I have a motion to approve the slate of individuals that we've just discussed for election to the Board of Directors? So I'm looking for a motion.
Nikki moved.
Great, and a second? Thank you, Christine. All in favor, so we can get that to poll. And we should have results momentarily. Perfect, motion approved unanimously. Thanks very much, everybody. And congratulations to our new directors and of course our returning directors. I I guess item 7 is to certainly check if there's any other business, and I'll just give a minute to see if anybody puts anything into the chat. Okay, great. So that concludes the 2024 Hydrocephalus Canada annual general meeting, and we do need a formal motion to adjourn the meeting and a second. Thank you, Christine. I don't know if thank you, Amy, for the second. Motion's been, or poll's been up. We'll have the results momentarily. Amazing. So that was carried unanimously. And so that concludes the meeting's adjourned. And that concludes the formal portion of our meeting. We are now moving into the conference, which I think is the much more interesting part. Before we start the conference portion of the day, I just wanted to get a couple of things taken care of. First, we'd like to acknowledge the generosity of our amazing supporters that include foundations, corporate partners, and individual donors, some of whom are listed on the screen. Their vision and commitment to our organization are really instrumental in helping Hydrocephalus Canada deliver vital programs, services, and direct support to everyone impacted by hydrocephalus and spina bifida in Canada. Thank you so much to all of these supporters. We really couldn't do this without you. At this time, I will turn the virtual podium over to our secretary, which is Justin, and he's also the chair of our scholarship selection committee, and he's going to be announcing our scholarship and bursary award recipients for 2024. Over to Justin. No.
Hey everyone, I'm back. In case you can figure it out, Jillian and I are married, which is why I'm in the same room with her. So it's not some scandalous relationship between directors, just so you know, just to clear the air there. So Hydrocephalus Canada offers 2 programs to assist students, which we take pretty seriously. I've been on the scholarship committee for a number of years now. And it's something sort of near and dear to my heart. And every year we get a bunch of amazing recipients, and it's really hard to pick who's the best. And so we struggle with that a lot and go back and forth. But, you know, this was another one of those years we had a lot of great candidates and a lot of great resumes and transcripts. So I think we made the right decisions, and we're really proud of who we have this year. But Hydrocephalus Canada offers 2 programs to assist students, the Dr. E. Bruce Hendricks Scholarship and then Luciana Spring Master Bursary. The scholarship program was named in honor of Dr. E. Bruce Hendrick as a tribute to his dedication, ongoing support, and outstanding service to children and youth in the Hydrocephalus Canada community. This program is now open nationally. It was essentially, before it was just limited to Ontario. It was established to encourage and support students with spina bifida and or hydrocephalus to develop independence and responsibility for their own future educational directions and to assist students to pursue their higher educational goals. The Luciana Spring Mascarin Bursary was established to honor Luciana Spring Mascarin, a student with spina bifida who valued her education and aspired to become a teacher. The bursary is awarded to students with spina bifida and or hydrocephalus residing in the Windsor, Essex, and Chatham-Kent regions of Ontario. Okay, so over to our recipient awards now specifically. It's kind of the exciting part of the day for me. Our first is Anna Maria Oprescu. I'm going to apologize in advance. I know some of the last names here are hard to pronounce, so I'll butcher some of them, so apologies. But my last name is Parapally, and it's P-A-R-A-P-P-A-L-L-Y, so most people pronounce it incorrectly my whole life, so I'm in the same category as you. So Anna Maria is from British Columbia and is currently living in Toronto. She is the recipient of one of the Dr. E. Bruce Hendrick Graham Gill Scholarship Awards that was available this year. Anna Maria is pursuing her PhD in biomedical engineering at U of T and is very much involved in the community as a youth ambassador of Hydrocephalus Canada. Anna Marie has also begun her entrepreneurial career as the co-founder of STEM Pass Foundation, and she hopes to start her own company one day based on gene therapy technology. The one thing I would say, Anna Marie, is we've sat on this Gill Scholarship Award for a little bit of time now, so it took us a long time to pick the right candidate. So congratulations to you. And I know you are in attendance, so I think you wanted to say a few words.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
You can.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to express my sincere gratitude to the board and to Hydrocephalus Canada overall for all the support that you guys give to this community. It has truly changed my life, and I know that there are so many amazing individuals living with spina bifida and hydrocephalus in this community that would merit acknowledgement. So I'm really grateful for this, and as someone pursuing my PhD and advanced academic career right now, living with a chronic disability, this support really means a lot to me. So thank you again to everyone, and thank you especially to the people that I work closely with on my volunteer projects here, namely Shauna and Ingrid, and some U of T medical students for all their tremendous support as well in developing certain resources. So thank you.
That's great, Anna Maria. Thank you, and congratulations again. It's very well deserved. So Anne Nishke is from Beaver Lodge, Alberta. She's also the recipient of the Dr. E. Bruce Hendrick Graham Gill Scholarship Award. And same thing to you, Anne, I would say, this is an award we kind of sat on for a long time. So congratulations to you, and very well deserved. Anne is working towards her bachelor's degree in community rehabilitation and disability studies at the University of Calgary. When Anne isn't reading, painting, building Lego, listening to music, or traveling, she's a mentor for a wheelchair camp and volunteering with Spina Bifida Hydrocephalus Association of Northern Alberta. And I believe you are in attendance and wanted to briefly say a couple of words.
Yes, thank you guys so much. I am truly so thankful that you guys chose me as one of the recipients. It's helped me immensely as I am living away from home this year, and I am so thankful that for everything that this organization does, and for my organization here in Alberta, for the Northern Alberta Association. You guys do amazing work, and I just can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anne, and congratulations again to you, and all the best of luck with the rest of your career endeavors and your studies. Moving along, Connolly Gamble is the recipient of the Dr. E. Bruce Hendrick Michael Bailey Founder Scholarship Award. Connolly has been accepted to the University of Regina for the BA in Journalism, News, Media, and Communication, as well as Broadcasting Media Diploma at Herzing College. Connolly's love for hockey and sports has inspired him to follow his passion as a sports broadcaster. Sean, I believe Connolly is not here, so I will move on to Emily, if that's okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Emily Gugovaz resides in Bothwell, Ontario, and is a Dr. E. Bruce Hendrick Graham R. Gill Scholarship Award recipient, as well as the Luciana Spring Mactarin Bursary. Emily is pursuing her passion in music education to obtain a Bachelor of Music honors at Wilfrid Laurier University. Emily hopes to become a high school teacher or a music therapist and open her own private school to help motivate and support others. Amazing causes, good for you. Emily loves music, songwriting, playing various instruments, and performing. So Emily, I believe you are here.
Actually, she's not online, so.
Okay. Okay. Kylie Morgan from Havelock, Ontario, is the recipient of the Dr. E. Bruce Hendrick Robin P. Humphrey Scholarship Award. Kylie is working towards her Bachelor of Science in Nursing at St. Lawrence College. With her passion for pediatric medicine, neurosurgery, and medical technology, Kylie plans to also obtain her nurse practitioner degree to become a pediatric specialist. She enjoys having coffee with friends and has mastered playing 3 different instruments. Kylie, I believe you are in attendance?
Yes, I am in attendance.
Did you want to say a few words or not?
I can say a few words. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just wanted to thank Hydrocephalus Canada for helping me pursue this opportunity at St. Lawrence College. It's an amazing program. But I also do want to just thank Toronto Sick Kids, specifically Dr. James Drake and Dr. George Ibrahim, who are my neurosurgeons, and they have quite literally got me to where I am today. Yeah, so I'm just starting my bachelor's degree, but I'm excited to pursue like combining my passion for helping people with hydrocephalus and combining my own experience with it to possibly help kids in the future that are possibly in the same situation as I was in. So I'm just really grateful for this, and I thank you.
You're very welcome, Callie. Thank you for those words. It's great. Well said. Lily Marie Aldham is the recipient of the Dr. E. Bruce Hendrick Barton Family Scholarship Award. Lily is pursuing her passion for children in order to obtain a Bachelor of Education at Trinity Western University and hopes to become an elementary school educator one day. Lily has volunteered at North Langley Community Church as a children's ministry worker and leading and assisting various camps and weekly kids programs. I believe Lily is not in attendance.
Correct.
Lindsay Daniels from Toronto, Ontario is the recipient of the Dr. E. Bruce Hendrick Rodney G. Walsh Scholarship Award. Lindsay will be attending George Brown College to obtain her social service worker diploma. Her disabilities motivated her to become a psychotherapist determined to help others with disabilities to overcome life's challenges and mental health issues. Congratulations, Lindsay. I understand Lindsay is also not online.
Correct.
Troy Kopsik from Ottawa, Ontario is the recipient of the Dr. E. Bruce Hendrick Scholarship Award. Troy is pursuing studies to become a computer systems and networking technician at Algonquin College. Troy volunteers at church and in his community and is an avid video gamer and coder. So congratulations, Troy. I understand Troy is also not online.
Correct.
But congratulations to all of our scholarship award recipients. It's a big deal. You worked very hard your whole life. You've had obstacles and disadvantages to overcome, and good for you, and enjoy this moment. I know sometimes people win awards and move on to the next thing, or after an accomplishment, move on to the next goal, which is great. Good to keep moving in the right direction, but take some time to enjoy this special time and bask in your glory and give yourselves a pat on the back. So Sean, I think we're moving on to the volunteer awards.
Yes.
Correct. It's also our pleasure to recognize and celebrate those individuals who have given of themselves and provided outstanding contributions to the success of Hydrocephalus Canada this past year. The contributions of the SPNH community to the mission of Hydrocephalus Canada in many ways is immense. Some volunteers, are our first contact in the community for organizing sport groups and social events. Others work bingo events, organize third-party and spirit wheel walk run events, and are champions of awareness for hydrocephalus and spina bifida. These activities engage those living with the conditions, increase awareness of the conditions, generate community support, and raise much needed funds for our program and services. So first, I wanted to mention Amy Huang. Amy is an enthusiastic, highly skilled, dependable volunteer with a passion for improving the quality of life of individuals living with hydrocephalus. With Amy's drive to create positive change through awareness, she has volunteered for many activities in the past 3 years. Notably, Amy has distributed normal pressure hydrocephalus resources at info booths, translated several of our brochures into Mandarin Chinese, established connections with healthcare providers, and participated in our 2023 AGM as a speaker highlighting the current shunt research she is involved in. Amy is currently working on outreach to GTA libraries to host information sessions on hydrocephalus. Amy was recently chosen for the Engineering Prize for undergraduate and graduate researchers to attend the Hydrocephalus Association Conference in the US to present her research. We'd like to take this opportunity to honor Amy with Hydrocephalus Canada's Citation of Merit Award and thank her for her awareness, outreach, and continued interest in supporting the HC community initiatives and innovative research. I think, Amy, are you there? I think you wanted to say a few words, maybe?
Yes. Yeah, I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much, Hydrocephalus Canada, for all the opportunities. Volunteering with HC has been such an extremely rewarding experience for me, and it's just an honor to be recognized for something that has brought so much joy and growth into my life. And a special thank you goes to Shauna and Ingrid. Your support has been incredible, and I truly appreciate all the guidance you have provided. So thank you again, and I really look forward to continuing contributing and to be part of this amazing community. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Amy, and thank you for those kind words, and congratulations. Thanks for all of your help and assistance. Anna Maria Presco, again, Anna Maria, very good. Anna Maria became involved with HC when she moved from BC to attend U of T. Her first involvement was attending our spina bifida support group and sharing her lived experience. From there, she joined a steering committee on an ongoing collaborative aging research project with Hydrocephalus Canada and our colleagues at Spina Bifida and Hydrocephalus Quebec. Anna Maria has also taken on the role of HC Youth Ambassador, focusing on positive social change around issues of disability and accessibility at the university level. She has been reaching out to academic institutions and organizing speaking engagements to increase the accessibility of graduate education for individuals with chronic disabilities. She also collaborated with our second-year medical students in 2023 to provide real-life experiences to develop scripts and video vignettes to be released as part of HC's transition resources. Anna Marie also participated in our Celebration Live Dream Walk in June as the Youth Ambassador. We would like to take the occasion to honor her with HC's Citation of Merit Award and thank her for her volunteering engagement with the community over the past 2 years. Anna Marie, did you want to say anything else? I know you spoke already. Happy to have you chime in again if you like.
Thank you. I'll just say another quick thank you to everyone, and that I'm really looking forward to some of these projects coming to fruition this upcoming year and kind of sharing them with our community. So thank you again for this acknowledgement.
You're very welcome, and we should be thanking you, but thanks again for everything. Claudio Sinapri. I have to say, Claudio, as an aside, I'm going to say I met Claudio, I think, the first day that I probably joined the board, which was at the second golf tournament, I think is the first sort of main event that I came out to, which had been like, I feel like it was like 16 years ago. So I have known Claudio for a very, very long time, and words don't really do justice to what Claudio and his family have done in terms of their time and energy and resources in supporting the charity and all of the effort they put in to raise donations and all of their hard work over the years. We were sad to see Claudio sort of depart as a board member, but he had other things to move on to. But the Bonnie E. Charbonneau Award of Distinction is given to honor those who inspired hope, courage, and the strength to persevere in all of us. Claudio is the most deserved recipient of this distinguished award. Claudio is the past chair of Hydrocephalus' board of directors. He joined the board in 2006 and held the position of second vice chair for 5 years, first vice chair for 3 years, and became the chair of the board in 2014. He led our organization through some challenging and inspirational times. He and his family participated in the annual golf events, and you can also find him at a few of the Spirit Wheel Walk Run events throughout the years. His greatest achievement with the organization was leading the board and staff through the transition from provincial to a national voice for those impacted by spina bifida and hydrocephalus. Claudio stepped down as a chair in 2020, but he remained on the board as a past chair until 2023. He spent countless hours leading our organization to ensure we continue to follow our mission and support those in the SB&H community. We are very grateful, Claudio, to you for your dedication, hard work, and time. Thank you very much for your commitment to our mission and for your ongoing support. I personally consider it a great privilege to have had the opportunity to meet you and work with you and to develop such a great relationship over the years. I miss seeing you at our events and at board meetings, but I know you did everything you could at the time and that you're still dedicated to the cause. We're extremely pleased to present you with our highest honor, the Bonnie E. Charbonneau Award of Distinction for your dedication and volunteer service of 20 years. So Claudio, congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you, Justin. It's been my honor and pleasure to be part of this association for so many years. But I got to say, you know, knowing you on our board, you've been there, you've always been there for me as well. But, you know, after all those 16 years of golf, neither of us can still golf. So we need a little more practice. But no,
we
it's my honor.
Pay for lessons one of these days. That's our problem.
That's it. And it's been my honor, and I've really, really enjoyed my time with the association, specifically working with the board of directors. It was a wonderful team. I can't say enough about the staff, Shauna, and the ones of the past that have helped me throughout this this journey. But you know, we're all doing it for one cause, and it's for our membership and to help foster hydrocephalus and spina bifida to get it to deal with all the situations that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, our children, our membership, and so forth. But again, it's been an honor, it's been a pleasure, and I do miss the group. So I wish everybody the best, and you guys are in good hands. Justin, thank you, and the other board members that put my name forward, and thank you. That's all I can say.
Thanks, Scott. It's amazing. Again, the words can't do it justice for everything you and your family, not just you and your family have done over the years, many years. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anyways, to conclude this part of the presentation, I would say that, you know, our organization wouldn't be here without our volunteers from across Canada. And a sincere thanks to everyone, all of our award winners today, and those who might not have won awards, but still doing a ton for the organization. A sincere thank you to all of you who contribute to our success during the previous year. So thank you very much. And I think we'll now get started with our presentations.
Yes, thank you, Justin, and congratulations, everyone. Before we begin, we want to take a moment to briefly go over some Zoom housekeeping items again. Only speakers and moderators will have access to the audio and video functions. After each speaker presentation, there will be a Q&A period during which you may ask today's presenters questions. To ask a question, click the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. Type your question into the text box and click send. You may also comment on questions that others have sent. If you're having technical issues or need assistance, please click the chat icon at the bottom of your screen to talk to our team who will do their best to assist you. For those of you following the live stream, which I'm not sure is on, we did have some technical difficulties with that. So if you are watching live on Facebook, we will be monitoring questions there as well. Please note the medical professionals and other presenters speaking today will not be able to address your specific individual situations, but will comment on questions in a general manner. The presentations are being recorded, and a link to these recordings will be sent to you in a few weeks after the event and will be available on the HC YouTube channel.